All right. So, if you have been living under a rock, you might not know that there has been a relitigation of the whole reaction content debacle. You might remember some months back, JXE and Hassan got into it over Hassan just playing some of JXE's videos without doing any reaction whatsoever. And xQc has kind of entered the fray because he watched a video and walked away from his computer for 10 minutes blatantly to do that. Now, Ethan Klein has had a debate with Hassan on their podcast together, and now it looks like Ethan has talked to the man, the myth, the French Canadian himself, xQc. And I've only seen a couple clips on Twitter, but it looks hilarious. So let's see. Let's get into it. Let's see what happens here. And while I do that, I'm going to be playing some Mario Odyssey. Let's see them get into the debate. I know Ethan, for him, like fair usage and DMCA and stuff like that, like that's kind of his like special interest. So he's probably going to demolish xQc here. Doubly so because xQc is a moron.
No, but that's fine. Let's just put it like it's not there.
So I just want to say, first off, like I was saying, thank you for doing this. I think it's an important conversation to have, and I think you're the right person to talk to about it. Simply because yes. I feel, and I think you would agree with this premise, that you push the fair use value, or apparently you don't even care about fair use at all. And I don't want to put words on your mouth, so you can correct me where I'm wrong. But you seem to not care about it, or at least you push it as far as it can go. So you seem like the right person to talk about it with.
Okay, so I think there's 3 points to that. I don't want to get too debatey yet, but basically, I think I value a good life product, right? 1. 2, I think I'm the right guy because I do a lot of it. I do good reacts, bad reacts, but overall I do a high density of reacts. I do a lot of it. But on top of that, against popular belief, I guess these days, I ask for permission a lot.
You ask for permission every time? Like, it's cool if you ask for permission. Like, Vash has talked about this, about how there are certain channels that he's just got agreements with that he can just play their stuff whenever. So yeah, if he asks for permission first, then that's all kosher.
And I try to make an ecosystem where things are good and not conflictual.
Right.
That's the main point. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, that's all fair. That's all good. I want to make one, I guess I want to make one thing clear at the top, is that I want to focus on the YouTube uploads. Because the Twitch streaming itself, I feel like is too much of a gray zone, and there's industry standard. I would be less, I would be more hesitant to call what happens on Twitch a violation of any kind. So I just want to focus on what you upload to your YouTube channel. Is that okay?
Okay, so that's gonna be a yes and a no, because I truly believe that Twitch is somewhat of a competitor on VODs. If Twitch didn't have VODs, then that'd be wrong. That'd be right, but Twitch has VODs, and all the VODs stay up. When people react, they leave the VODs up. It's quite the same thing as being able to watch or listen to music on stuff that remains in the VOD.
Okay, that's true, but just for the sake of this conversation, I just want to focus on, because like from a legal perspective, and I know you don't really care about the legality of it, and that's fine, but I just want to focus on like the YouTube videos as they stand as like a product.
Yeah. I'm kind of split on this one. I think xQc is right because Twitch VODs do stay up. Now, and Twitch does have a thing where, like, you can mute audio of certain parts of it. So, like, yeah, because Twitch does keep their VODs up if the streamer chooses to. But, like, the discoverability on VODs, like, you don't just get those pushed to your main page, right? Like, on the main page for Twitch, it's only showing streams that are actively live. You have to go to the user's page and go over to the video tab and then select the VOD there. So the discoverability isn't as high. I think there is something, like Ethan is saying, I think there's something to be said for specifically uploading your reaction to a video as its own video versus just doing it versus a live stream. Like here, I mean, not on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, but even here, based on how much I react to this, that's going to determine whether I decide to upload this as a segment. I'm planning to make it a segment, but if I don't have a lot to say on it, if I don't have a lot to offer, I will probably just leave it in the VOD and not upload it, you know? But I can see where they're both coming from right now.
Understand that the VODs are on Twitch, and that would create an inherent problem as well. But just for the sake of the conversation, to keep things clean and keep us from getting too messy, that's my focus. If that's okay with you.
Okay. You know what? Okay. Just for the sake of having a good argument, I'll do that. Except for when the topic matters.
Sure.
Right? It really matters. If it doesn't, overall, fine. But there are certain points that like it plays a big role into it. If it's too big, I think I want to ignore it. But
you know what? That's 100% fine. I guess I'm just saying that for myself, so that when I'm talking, you understand that I'm talking about your YouTube channel and not making general statements about what's happening on Twitch. Okay?
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I guess my first question for you to start is that, do you think your work is transformative? Of course, that's one of the main tenets of fair use. Do you think your work is transformative?
Yes.
You do?
Yep.
Wait.
Here, I mean, okay, because I was watching you yesterday, and here you said it's absolutely not transformative. Here it is.
You don't have to care. That's totally fine. But do you agree that you've created non-transformative reactions?
Oh my god. Ethan has, like, his team always comes with just, like, Ethan has this whole debate process where he comes in just very unassuming, but he has his whole team. They've done a bunch of prep for it, and he just like casually just drops in stuff to just immediately counter anything the other person says. I honestly don't know why more people haven't picked up on the fact that Ethan is kind of one of the most dangerous debaters to go up against these days. Because, you know, Ethan has this kind of like, unassuming demeanor to him that puts people at ease, because, you know, he does like a lot of interview content too and stuff. But like he's done this to Pearl, he's done this to Ollie London. Dude is just absolutely vicious.
100%, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We've agreed.
So here you say you've 100% made non-transformative reactions. Did you change your mind?
No, absolutely not. I didn't change my mind. The whole point is that nevers are really bad. Because I think we all have stuff that is not transformative. If you do a full-on yes or no, I just kind of like play with the question, and that was kind of like
so, but your work is not fully transformative. Some of it is not, by your own admission.
Yeah, some of it is less reacted. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So in that regard, do you care at all about like IP or copyright, or like the fact that it's illegal? Does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
Wait, it doesn't matter to him if what he's doing is illegal? I mean, like, I get that he's Canadian, so he's not subject to U.S. law, but I'm pretty sure Canadian copyright laws are pretty similar, and also Twitch is a... oh, that's right, no, he's on Kick now, so... Oh, does he dual stream? I don't know. Still, this seems a little sus that he would open up by saying, I don't really care if what I'm doing is illegal.
Flat out doesn't, because...
Well, that's fair. That's totally fair. And so, because it doesn't matter to you, I don't think there's any point to really even discuss.
Well, I can elaborate.
Hey, Tipster, welcome in.
Elaborate a little bit.
Go ahead, please.
And open the door a tiny bit, just to give you a general angle. I truly believe that usually the people that enforce it are the ones that have a problem with it. Right? The problem with the nature of the content itself. Because in terms of legality, right? Technically, if I'm playing some Telltale game, well, I mean, they could take me down anytime they want, right? Because that's their game, and I'm yoinking their stuff, right? So legality-wise, they could clap me for everything I've got, but for just playing their game.
Sure, yeah. But obviously, well, so fair use is decided on a case-by-case basis by a judge or jury. So... it's hard to do big sweeping.
Yeah, fair use with video games is a little tricky, and it depends on the studio too. Generally, game studios don't want to go after the footage because they see people playing their games as advertisement. But Nintendo can be a little bit picky about that stuff. Like, I've actually gotten one of my VODs copyright claims, not struck, but copyright claims just for music from this game that I'm playing right now. So that's kind of an area where, for the most part, the games industry has just seen fit to let it happen because in general it just seems to be good advertisement for them.
Generalizations about what is and what isn't, but ultimately, if I understand your position, you don't really care about the legality of it. You're more like concerned with the philosophical thoughts of reacting to content.
The limitations of that is that I care enough about it to where it affects me, right? So I have to care because it's the legality of it, right? Like, if somebody wants to strike down, wants to send out a claim, whatever, well, I have to act on that, right? So whether I care or not, that will happen,
Right.
And it happens all the time. Except I like to create an environment where I engage with people and content that are not going to do that, because they believe in the mutually beneficial nature of the interaction, such as video games. Even though the video games could strike me and that they want for just playing their game on my stream.
Right. And so, okay. So I think my point is that we can kind of skip this whole conversation and move on to the, because I think we both agree, if we did a fair use analysis, and you admit that when you says it's not transformative, that a lot of the stuff you do would fail the fair use test. So we're on the same page. Yeah.
And also a lot of your stuff too, so we're in the same boat pretty much.
Probably not as much, no.
So I did a little stats. Maybe you don't want to hear it, or because you want to gonna la la la. But by density of content, with how much you upload as a person, as a channel, I upload this much, right? Overall, because I have a lot of runtime, you upload about this much. If you were to break down the percentage of non-transformative content, your ratio is almost higher as mine.
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
Wait, is he saying that because what? He's saying that he does more content and therefore a higher ratio of what Ethan does would be non-transformative. Ethan doesn't do React content. I don't watch H3 podcast, but from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like he does React content. Am I wrong? Does somebody else watch him that knows that? Because is xQc claiming that of all of the time streaming, what he's doing is transformative, either that or his own original content? Like, if he's playing video games, yeah, sure, or just talking to chat, yeah, absolutely, that's all him. But what is he saying? Yeah, I don't get his point. Let's hear him out
right now. You're gonna have to unpack that more. I don't understand this much, that much. You gotta explain that a little more.
So the content you upload on your YouTube and on your channels, right? The things that are on YouTube, because you don't want to do Twitch.
Talking about my podcast?
Doesn't matter. Your content, the stuff that you upload, right? The stuff that you control and upload.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
So overall, if you add all the content you put out there, right? I have about that much because it's a lot of runtime. It's a lot.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Do you have proof of that? Like, you're just saying that much, this much. That seems a little silly.
I have one of the highest runtime across the internet in terms of like putting out content.
Oh, but fair use doesn't have to do with how long your stream is. It has to do with your commentary on the video. If your stream is 12 hours long and you're reacting to an 8-minute video, it doesn't matter. It matters what you said about the 8-minute video. It doesn't matter how long you stream for. So I don't understand your point.
Yeah, that was kind of, yeah. Yeah, doing more content doesn't mean your content is more transformative.
So if you let me elaborate on my point instead of breaking the semantics, right? Because you could
not
went
semantics.
Against...
That's how fair use works.
Okay. We're not even talking about the nature of the content yet. Fuck the content. It could be a blank.
Hold on, just to be clear, you said you don't do fair use, but I don't also. So we're talking about fair use, just to be clear, right?
Okay. Let's reel back a little bit and stop being stupid for a minute and just kind of like listen. Okay.
I'm listening.
You said
he's already tilted.
I upload non-transformative content. Yes, you said that.
You said that too, but yes.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yeah. And I said that you do too. Right? And I'm not saying So you would say, oh, but dude, it's like a U2 double fall fallacy, right? But in the instance where you try to take the high road and say, well, I don't do this, guys. Well, you do. And my next point is that in amount of content that you upload, you're non-reactive. There's actually quite a lot.
I don't know what that means. You have to stop saying that. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying. Does xQc have like a point here? Is this like a language barrier thing? Like he doesn't know the words to express exactly what he's saying? Like I want to try and give him the benefit of the doubt. I know he's a dumbass, but it's easy to just say, okay, he's a dumbass. And I kind of, want to give him the benefit of the doubt here.
Just saying stuff.
Well, I'm saying that
You're just doing this. You do a lot of this and this. There's no stats. There's no data. I don't even know what you're referring to. I mean, if you want to talk about stats and data, there's one specific video that I just analyzed, just picked one out of the lot. A rapper who got a $20 Anne Frank tattoo. This is let me just read off some stats, and you can tell me if mine matches up or is worse. So this is a video uploaded to your channel 10 days ago. A rapper who got a 10-minute Anne Frank, a $20 Anne Frank face tattoo. Okay, so the original video's runtime is 9 minutes.
Wait. I'm curious here. You only paid the tattoo artist $20 to get that face tattoo? Is that what that is? Because that's insane. For a face tattoo, you're only paying $20? I wouldn't fucking trust that. Oh my god.
And 13 seconds. Oh, sorry, no. The original video is 8 minutes, 33 seconds. Okay? The video here that you uploaded is 9 minutes, 13 seconds. That means you added 40 seconds to an 8.5-minute video, adding 7.8% runtime. Actually, I even did you a favor. I condensed.
Jesus. For comparison, Ben Shapiro did a 43-minute review of Barbie, and I went over his video, and the VOD segment there, before I edited it down to upload, that was 2 hours, and I edited it down to like an hour and 30. So even with the edited it down, I still was providing more commentary overall than Ben was.
All of your commentary on this specific video into just a short video because it's only 40 seconds. So I'll show this. Well, this is important because what you say, the commentary does matter. Because
before you finish, let me go. So you're about to prove me right. I said I do non-transformative dog shit, and you're about to show me non-transformative dog shit.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, because you're here to. I mean. He's here to talk to you about why you're doing like you can't do non-transformative dog shit. Like that does violate fair use. That's his whole point.
So I don't have to show it to you.
I mean, go clap me because I mean I just said I did that.
Okay.
That's like saying I'm white and I'm on camera.
Well, you said that yours is more transformative than mine, so I don't understand the consistency. The point you're trying to make.
Now that you've brought that up, I mean, sure, let's take
Well, hold on. Before you do that, let's just I do think it's interesting because the commentary does matter.
Okay, do that.
What?
So then, where?
Arnold began to notice
music.
Arnold didn't have the best. Recognized one of the.
What the fuck am I watching? I mean, it's that. Hey,
tattoo was finished.
Okay, just the editing of all of that. Wait, is he reacting to a Sunny V video? I recognize that voice. He's just like, what am I watching? What? That's very transformative, dude. I guess like I'm kind of doing a what here, just but it's very rapid fire, all of his little what?
Wait, that
response.
That is pretty good, actually. What the fuck? That guy's really good who did that.
The argument that every explained.
Bro, that crowd though. Oh, is that Tana? What the fuck? Adam 22. What the fuck? But why do you always pick the dumbest Reddit comments? I guess. I thought they had like one song. Fair enough. Hey, that's legit. Shit. Yeah, one song. Well, anyway, he's like Kappa. He talks normally and shit. Wait.
Feel good about themselves.
Okay, so that was a 10-minute video, and that was all of his reaction. And I'm only like, I guess if you count like the 5 minutes of the pre-debate where they were just getting their technical stuff in, you could count this that I'm like 17 minutes in, but I feel like I'm probably more about 12 minutes into the debate, and I've already said more covering this than xQc did on that video. Yeah, what the fuck? Top tier commentary.
Chat said New
So that's the entirety of the commentary you added to his 8, and I think it's even fair. And I know you don't defend yourself on this, so I guess it's kind of a moot point. But the quality of the commentary, like, you have to be commenting, analyzing, being critical of the content you're watching for it to be fair use. But that doesn't matter, right? Because you don't even believe it is.
Ethan, I think you're right. I think you got me. So I think instead, I think we should get an example, one of your examples then.
Sure, I'd love to.
Let's get one of your examples that show me the guidelines, what I should do to react. How do I post that in chat? Can I post this right? Click on that. So instead of having my example of this, I think we should use yours instead, so I could learn how to be a better creator. How about you click on that?
Good idea. I'd love.
xQc is saying this like he's like setting up for a gotcha or something, but something tells me he does not have what he thinks he has.
Love to check it out. Oh, I have to open it. Okay, I'll open it.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
1 second here. So yeah, you uploaded to your xQc clips channel. You uploaded 5.
You'll see.
Dude, you're. Oh, you uploaded 5. Well, I just want to explain it. You uploaded 5 clips. Or wait, shit. You upload on this channel so fucking much.
Just play it. So when it was my turn, you played my clip. When it's your turn, you don't play the clip and you just comment before seeing it.
No, I'm setting it up for you. I'm gonna play it. I'm opening it. Here, sorry. So here it is. Here's one of them from your channel.
1.2 million views and 6.
Now, is it okay if we watch this one? Ethan shows xQc how transformative reactions are done. Number 4. This is the one you uploaded. Yeah.
Number 4 works. Oh, number 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all good. So here it is. So you can.
Hours. Okay, King.
Jesus.
Finally over. Logan Paul apologized.
Do you notice a problem already, Felix? There's a cut here.
Okay, King.
Jesus.
Why is there a cut there?
Huh?
Yeah, there's a cut here.
So whenever you play my video, did I say, "Wait, Ethan? I think I've seen something on the screen right there. Is that a dead pixel? Is that just play the fucking video, bro? Jesus Christ."
Okay, but it undermines your argument if you're showing an edited clip. If you're cutting out my commentary and then trying to say you do fair use, this seems a little silly. But I'll play it.
Play the video.
Jesus.
Finally over. Logan Paul apologized.
Coffeezilla, your slang is. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, more like an internet criminal.
Oops, wrong video. That was the first response. He
There's
actually
10
apologized.
seconds of him sitting there like a moron. Look at this idiot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not high effort.
No. This is like
not high
that.
effort.
I mean, hold on.
Hold on.
Let me get a
not
taste
it either.
of this. He didn't talk about it. He's literally just sitting there quietly for the first 30 seconds. You should sue him. Fuck you, xQc, you thief bitch.
Turns out it's actually on his secondary channel.
So if she chooses
I'll play the whole thing. Just let me know when to stop. If you want me to.
It's in.
This is kind of hard to like keep track of, especially when I'm playing video, because like there's so many quick cuts here. I feel like I'm missing some context here. I know. Tipster. I know xQc thinks this is a win. Is it that he's trying to show that he thinks that Ethan doesn't follow his own rules for fair use reacts? But because earlier when Ethan points out, oh, you cut right now already, so that's a dishonest thing.
Titled, "Thank you, Coffeezilla." It's the third response.
They could sue you, and they would be right to sue you. I think they would be in the right.
I think so.
Thank you,
Paul, and it's a pretty big change in Logan's attitude so far. So let's see what he has to say to us.
Coffeezilla is not a criminal.
I wonder what Ethan has to say, to be honest.
He's going to hire me.
What? Do you want to keep watching?
I'm just wondering, because the guy says, I wonder what you have to say. I wonder what you have to say about this, because I'm watching you. You haven't said shit yet, so I mean...
Well, you told me to let the clip play. Do you want me to let the clip play, or do you want me to interrupt it? You got to choose a lane.
I was trying to be creative with it and kind of do commentary at the same time, and I was asking the old Ethan, the guy that's morally above everybody, high-roading, to react to it, but he's not saying shit, so there's like a problem with it.
Do you want me to keep playing it, or
keep going.
Okay, cool.
But in all seriousness, this video...
That's a good one right there, boy.
does have some major admissions in it I want to go through. For one, Logan apologizes to me.
I called him. I apologized.
My criticism of him right now is that he uploaded this to YouTube. Because I understand the nature of. I mean,
live
listen,
streaming.
it goes on. But I'm going to tell you, I find it really interesting that you think this is compelling. This is actually, first of all, there's so many cuts in it. It's not persuasive at all. But
yeah, like I don't get what the point that he's making. I mean, I guess like Ethan did the same thing to xQc, but like with xQc, it was just a single video as an example, and this seems like it's cutting between like different things that Ethan has done, and so it really doesn't like it looks like xQc was just trying to clip chimp Ethan when Ethan would just give like basic reactions to things in videos rather than, you know, doing a pause like I'm doing and like expounding on it. Which, like, yeah, you're gonna find that on anybody who streams and reacts to stuff. You're always gonna have a moment where they just give like a 2 or 3 word reaction to it. But the point with Ethan's video is that that's all that xQc did with his upload.
one thing I do want to ask you about is why you cut out the beginning of the segment when I talked about it. Here's when I set up the video. Here it is. And again, the framing, what you say in the before and after is really important. So here's how that clip starts, Felix, which you cut out for some reason.
Yeah, so Logan made a video after he got absolutely beat for his response, where he's like, I'm going to sue you. This is bullshit. You're
Why did you cut
defaming
this?
me. Oh, you played up video.
So is that a pre-act?
Without
Is that like
Oh, yeah, it's part of the same clip. You just went in and took out like 30-second slices from it.
So basically what you're saying is that if, you're going to the bar, right? And this part is like where you get in and where you get like a beer or something like that, right? And the rest of it, you just fucking say, basically it's like the intro. So if you put an intro, you're good. You say, guys, I have a video today, guys.
So you don't understand how fair use works, and that's fine. But I don't know why you want to debate fair use when you don't care about it. Yes, what you say in the beginning matters, bro. You're analyzing, I'm contextualizing, I'm criticizing, I'm analyzing it. That's what fair use is. I'm transforming it. I'm not just sitting there and the audience isn't just watching the video while, you know, you do get up and go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and like I try not to interrupt stuff too much when I'm doing reaction. I'll try and like let somebody get out their full sentence and everything, and then I'll pause and get my thoughts, because I don't like too much like audio noise going on. I don't like people talking over each other. That's hard for me to process. But yeah, like if you say, like, for educational purposes, let's say you've got a movie scene that you are using as an example. Now, you could play the movie scene and talk about the things that are going on in that movie scene, or you could set up the things that you are to talk about in that movie scene beforehand. Tell people, okay, now here's what you should look for, and this and this and that, and then just play the movie scene without direct commentary over it. That would still qualify as fair use.
A lot. So I know that you want to,
So-
but that's fine because you don't care about it. But for you to think that this is
so
proof,
you use me as an example for your identity. This is what you're saying. You should,
Felix, I don't. Do you think this clip is compelling? Do you see what I'm saying? That this example is really dishonest?
okay, so in that clip, my editor edited your own words saying it.
Oh, can I
Look at
ask you
him.
something? Your editor did this. Have you watched it?
Well, yeah, I watched it like you just did.
No, he didn't. He just watched it. This is the first time he's watched it.
Oh, you did. Oh, you just
So-
watched it for the first time.
So the cuts are...
Have you watched the unedited version on my podcast?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
No, he hasn't. Yeah, like, if he had actually watched it, he wouldn't need to hesitate. He'd be like, yeah, I watched it. But he has to go, yeah, no, he's lying.
So
The
then why
cuts
was
are-
this removed?
If you don't let me talk, I mean, we're not gonna have a conversation.
Well, I
You wanna
just
have
want to
a-
get. I just want to get to the point. You know what I mean? Because I don't want you to deflect. I want to know why you cut this part.
Then when you ask a question, you have to wait for me to answer. Otherwise, it's not gonna work.
You said, okay, go ahead, please.
Because you
I
asked a
apologize.
question, you did 3 times. That's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so there's 4 of them out of many of them, by the way. We only uploaded 4 because we didn't want you to go crazy with the DMCA stuff. Basically, it's pretty much a lot of it is spliced and it's back to back. So yeah, there is a cut, but
Yeah,
it's like you're pausing a video, but it's the same thing. you go in stretches of 2.5, 3
You
minutes.
haven't
without
proven
talking.
that. But here's what I will say.
Well, go to get one of the one. Go get the one from Meat Canyon. That one is you. Okay. Listen,
yeah, go ahead.
You combo mustache twiddling, hair, and neck skin, and you do like this.
Yeah.
And you have all sorts of things, and that's major react, bro. I have to give it to you.
Right.
That's
no, you're right. You're right.
That's insane.
You understand this concept because you talk about it all the time. Meat Canyon is my friend who gave me permission to react.
Oh, so it's about permission then. So now we're moving to goalposts.
Well, hold on. It is. Well,
wait, yeah, absolutely. If you get permission, then you're fine. Like permission is like the gold standard. If somebody says, yeah, you can do whatever you want with my video, you're good to go.
Hold on. Before we move on, I just want to make it clear that when you're accusing me of not adding enough commentary, that you did upload a clip that's deceptively edited and, I mean, frankly, dishonest. Why did you cut this beginning part?
Okay, so Ethan.
Why did you cut this?
Unfortunately, the problem that I have right now is that you're saying that now, and you're saying all this whatever, right? But it's quite literally you in the video that's edited that says you're sitting there.
There's cuts in it. It's not the video. How is if there's cuts in it? How is that a representation of my analysis?
All right, then examine Exhibit B, the Meat Canyon one. Then.
I already told you I had permission.
Okay.
So why do I need to look at that?
So now it's about permission.
That is one aspect, yeah.
In the video, you're trashing me. You say he's sitting there for 40 seconds without talking.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of your major concerns or criticism. It's why it's highlighted so much in the video. But that's a big hit you do at me. And I'm going to show examples of you multiple times where you go not only 40 seconds, you go 2 minutes without talking. So then I don't have to argue against you. You have to argue against yourself because these are your own words.
Well,
you get to watch your own video.
So here's what I'll say about that. You're right, because the 40-second thing is not a good analysis. That wasn't a good thing I said, because when you're considering fair use, you consider it in the totality of it.
Take it back.
No, you still are a content thief, in my opinion.
Take it back.
Take what back? I also have to point out that even if Ethan hasn't followed these rules, that doesn't mean the rules aren't good to follow. I can say, hey, you shouldn't punch people. But when I was a kid, I punched my brother quite a lot. Does that make me a hypocrite for now saying you shouldn't punch people?
No, why would I take it back?
Because if you're going to reel it back and say,
I just said that wasn't a good analytical point. I still think you're a content thief.
Okay, but so take back what you said then.
Why? I believe it. I know I am. No, I apologize for the 40-second thing. I don't think it was a good analysis.
Okay. You want to go with the other comments that you made or not?
Huh?
You want to go with the other comments that you made or not?
Which comments?
We could go through all of them. Because you're wrong. You're wrong across the board. Every behavior you call me out on, you have done in those videos.
Okay, if you say so. But why? Do you want to? Okay, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Why does that matter? Why does that matter?
Okay, because earlier you said you care about this all the time, not all the time, and I gave you an answer. You were like, got him. He said not all the time. When you seem to be the guy who doesn't do any stealing or thieving, and I have 4 examples right there, and you
did not show an example.
And even if he did, that's not really like. I mean, like, you could point to a thing where it's like, okay, well, you're not practicing what you're preaching. But even so, even if he wasn't practicing what he's preaching, does that mean that xQc is also not doing that? Like, at this point, I don't care if Ethan Klein is also a content thief. I mean, I think it could undermine, his moral position, but the argument itself should still stand. So, like, at that point, I don't even really care if Ethan's a content thief, because right now, xQc is the one who's like the unapologetic one, who's like, not even trying to not do it.
Well, then get another one then.
Well, that's not my job. You're the one that's trying to prove it. Why the fuck should I go pursue and try to prove I don't do fair use? That seems stupid.
Wait, that seems like that's exactly what you guys have been doing on Twitter and whatnot, right? Is that your whole concern?
Yeah, I'm showing stuff about you and not telling you to go find a video of yourself not doing fair use. That's moronic.
So you said thief, right?
Yeah.
Show me one.
I just did with the Anne Frank one. You did 44 seconds of commentary on an 8-minute, 30-second video where you offered no critical analysis.
And do you know if I had permission?
Did you have permission for that?
Yeah, maybe I didn't.
So why don't you tell him? Wait, why won't you tell him?
Oh, yeah, no, if he had permission, he would have said so. Yeah. He would absolutely say so if he had the permission. Again, it's like did you watch this stream? Yes. Yeah, no, he's such a fucking weasel here. He is so weaselly. He knows that he's caught. Like he'll put together, oh, maybe I did this. It's like, okay, well, did you do that? Well, maybe. No, you didn't. You're a fucking liar, dude.
Yeah. Did you or didn't you?
I'm just saying, are we moving the goalpost there now?
It's not a goalpost. It's just another facet of the conversation. It's not a goalpost.
It quite literally is when you make it a goalpost.
Okay, I do want to talk about the permission thing, okay?
There you go.
But I just want to, I do
one.
want to say one thing. In my career, in my 10 years of career, I'm sure that there's been times where I've done a less good job of reacting fairly to content. I'm sure of it, right? And
So
that's
you were Ethan. So you were Ethan, you're not anymore.
And that's something I acknowledge and something that I'm always working on and analyzing and thinking how I can do it better. It's something I really care about. And the reason why this conversation is interesting is because it's something that you don't care about. And I'd like to know, I'd like to understand that. But are you saying, have I ever done a bad reaction in my whole career? Yeah, yes, probably,
Okay.
almost certainly.
So then, would you agree that old Ethan, or not too old Ethan, is a thief, sack of dog shit motherfucker?
Sure, yeah. In those, if that's what happened in that time, sure, I was a dog shit sack loot, whatever the fuck you said.
Have you made any efforts to repair
Yes.
the damage?
Wait, yeah, absolutely. Ethan has made efforts to, it. Like this is one of his big talking points. He would be a complete hypocrite if he hadn't, changed his behavior at all. If he's done this in the past.
The things that you've stolen from the people that you thieved from.
Well, again, I don't have specific examples. There's nobody that's approached me, so it's you
And
know.
have you taken accountability the same way you want me to take accountability publicly for that?
I just did, didn't I?
Not really.
Why not? I just said, yeah, I've probably done that. What do you want me to do?
You're gonna rob a bunch of people and say, guys.
Oh god, the accountability discourse. I really hate the concept of content creators being held accountable. Just what's the mechanism for that? Who are they being held accountable to, and how are they doing that? If you do something specifically to another creator and that creator has issues with it, like say you steal their work, I guess accountability would be, say, maybe if you made money off of stealing their work, they get that money. If we're just talking about a nebulous, yeah, I might have stolen some content in the past. Well, if the person who you quote unquote stole the content from hasn't even spoken up about it, what's the method of accountability there?
I might have robbed somebody. Lol. Moving on. I mean, this seems like kind of a cop out, to be honest.
Well, it's not like going in a store and sticking somebody up. Fair use is interpreted by judge or jury.
So is it thief or is it not thief? Because the way I see it,
the way you do it, I think is theft.
When you steal something from somebody, right? There's gonna be a process of finding who's guilty, how much, and there's a whole process behind it, like the legal system is. Just like, I mean, don't you care about the legal system? You still care about DMC a lot, right? So being a thief, surely you're gonna care about that a lot. So
does xQc not know that most crimes go unprosecuted? I mean, copyright violation is a crime. My issues with the copyright system as it exists aside, it is a crime, and it is one that primarily goes unpunished, but that doesn't mean that behaving in such a way as in a flagrant disregard for it, even if you're not facing legal consequences for it, doesn't mean you didn't do it.
did you de-damage them? Did you talk to them? Did you make an apology?
I don't know who the victims are or if there are any. All right, let's move on. We're talking in circles a little bit. We want to talk about the permission thing?
Sure. I mean, so what you're doing is running away pretty much. We're not running.
Well,
circles.
no,
We're not running in a direction, and you're going straight forward. That's what's going on right now.
That's clearly not the case, but
Gotcha.
I will just let it be for the sake of continuing the argument.
Gotcha. Keep going.
But yeah, you do it every single day. I mean, I've done it maybe a few times in my career. I've done, and again, I don't know who the victims are, and if they come, or nobody's ever come to me. Has anyone ever complained that you stole their videos?
Anybody that has
anybody ever?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, 100%.
Okay,
yes.
because nobody's ever complained to me about that.
Oh, so now you care about robbing somebody, right?
Well,
and if they didn't tell me, well, you know what? We're chilling.
You're saying the victim of the crime doesn't matter?
Which is exactly what you went after me with.
Does the victim of a crime not matter?
Well, he's asking after the fact that it's the exact argument that you went at me for, and you're running away from it.
I don't know. Listen, the proof that you have victims is literally just concrete proof you did it. That's the only reason I'm saying it. I don't understand your point.
So when we say victims, I said
Yeah,
some
people you stole from. They're a victim.
Okay. So, what about your victims?
I don't know who they are. How many times do I need to say that?
Okay, me reaching out and making an agreement with them and
Every time?
Yes, you're not, okay, listen.
He just said yes. Like, no, you don't. Bullshit. I will eat my fucking hat if xQc has asked every single creator for permission to watch their video on his stream. Bullshit.
If you want to open up the chat and go with the logs, I have so many logs to make your head spin.
Let me ask you a question.
I have hundreds of emails sent people, more than any reactor, which is more than your friend Hassan. He does way less asking than I do.
Why are you bringing up Hassan? What does that have to do with anything?
Because whenever he was on
it's kind of weird that he would bring up Hassan, considering that Ethan specifically argued with Hassan against this and was telling Hassan, he's like, no, that's not good. You can't do that. So like, this guilt by association when Ethan was like explicitly calling out Hassan for doing this same shit.
Podcast, were sucking his balls out.
Well,
right?
that's
when he
again,
does
this is,
Mr. Chair react and. With all
Dude, you're
respect,
so dishonest. You don't even know what you're talking about. Last week I chewed him out for an hour to the point where I had to apologize because people were mad at me.
That sounds like your problem.
You literally don't know.
That sounds like your problem.
It is my problem, but you have no consistency with what you're talking about. You just said I lick his balls, and now I proved you wrong.
Yeah. No, xQc didn't watch it at all. All he knows is that Hassan and Ethan are friends. That's all he knew, and so he just went for a cheap dunk.
Consistency?
You're making no sense, bro.
So
what do you mean it's my problem?
Piece of shit for doing chair react when he does.
All right, this is so mind-numbingly dumb. Let's just move on to the permission part.
You know what? You want to fucking keep doing a sprint? Let's just keep running. Let's do a marathon, me and you. How about that? Because we're running a straight line right now. I'm running after you, and you are going straight forward.
Okay, good. I mean, that's the point of the conversation, right?
Let's just keep going then.
What percentage of people would you say you get permission from?
The majority.
Ooh. I mean, even if that's true, the majority, that's not all of them, my dude.
Because the way it works.
Oh, and for the record, I did not ask Ethan Klein for permission to react to this. But I think I'm adding enough commentary that it's valid.
For me, but for react, the main lines, most of the content that I like, I have it all lined up, right? So people that I really like, I like the best. We reach out to them and we create this little kind of partnership, right? And when there's a smaller creators, I try to be way more careful with the amount of growth that they're getting, how many subscribers they have, and I try to be better with it. And quite honestly, when it comes to small creators, I've never had any pushback, right? So no victims in that case.
Okay. That's perfect. Have you heard of a guy named Vince Vintage? You reacted to 2 of his videos. This one was from a month ago. You remember this video? Disappearance of FBI's most wanted 16-year-old. xQc reacts. This is from a month ago.
That was 2.5 months. 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay, perfect. So it was very recent. So would you consider this guy a small creator? He doesn't have a lot of subs. In fact, here's his original video. He only has 400,000. Well, that's not small. But anyway, you did this recently. Do you know who that guy is?
Yes.
Okay. Why didn't you ask him for permission?
I don't know. Did he complain? Because
Wait. It doesn't matter if he complained or not. You're talking about how you're getting permission from so many people, and you say you know this guy. It doesn't matter if he complained. You're saying you know all these creators and you reach out to them and you make sure you've got permission from them, but here's like a 400K sub account that you say you know and you didn't reach out?
At this point, I don't know if I have a victim, right? I don't know, so I didn't do...
Well, you do, actually. And what's funny is I literally just reached out to one random person from your recent reacts, just one, who followed me. Because I knew
just one. It's just one. It was only one, for sure.
Yeah. No, I swear to God.
So you went to ask... Are you a victim, by the way?
Hold on. This is important. This is important for you to understand. So I reached out to Vince Vintage, and I said, hey, I'm just curious, did xQc get permission? And I'm going to read you the message he sent me, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
He said, really appreciate you reaching out, Ethan. I've never been contacted by xQc at all for any of my React videos. My personal take is this. I love big streamers watching, like xQc, Hassan, Mizkif, Moist Critical, watching my videos on their stream. It's a big ego boost. But When xQc does it, it's different. When he watches my video, he always re-uploads the whole thing on his YouTube channel with his insightful commentary as, wow, chat, isn't this crazy? Compared to when Hassan watched my stuff, he shouted me out and he says he loves my stuff and he sent a bunch of subscribers to my channel. A fair exchange. Here's a video. He showed me a video of Hassan doing that.
I fucking love that Ethan Klein always just, this is a kill shot right here. And this is a guy that xQc says he knows. Like, they know each other. That was his whole argument. Oh, man.
And then he said, xQc, he really just steals my shit. Entertains his audience of hundreds of hours I put into my videos while I get just a link in the YouTube description.
Okay, so Tipster just sent me, for the record, xQc was the one that invited me to debate. Debate me, old guy. Sure. Okay, so that's kind of embarrassing for xQc. Yeah, no, xQc is kind of acting like he's the one who, you know, was like being asked on here because of like accusations or whatnot. That's interesting. That looks really bad. I dead named X. I will always dead name Twitter. It is always morally correct to dead name Twitter.
The problem isn't the reacting, it's the re-uploading of my video with his face on the thumbnail, and also and I don't DMCA him because I don't want the Twitter drama.
Oh, he doesn't want the Twitter drama.
Wait, why are you? Well, hold on. This guy says you stole his shit. Why are you denigrating that? I think you should take this seriously.
Well, because one, he's a paid actor, right? Which I think. Well, I mean, if this is, I mean, that's a paid actor, 100%.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Oh, it's a paid actor.
Are you shitting me? You think this is what kind of conspiracy brain nonsense is this shit? What's in the water in Quebec? Is there a special ingredient in poutine that I don't know about that's fucking up his brain? Holy shit. Oh my, that's, conspiracy brain. That's so weak, man.
He's a paid actor.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Okay, well, just assume for the sake of the conversation that he's not a paid actor.
Okay, okay. So the first guy you react, right? The first guy you send a message to sends you a paragraph, looks like the Bible, right? And is stroking your ego out. Well, you know what? That's okay. I'll bite, no problem.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's really cool about this, right, is that we can make that type of interaction to have with this person and make it 10 times better for our ecosystem, right? Of what I watch, what I upload. If he had asked, he doesn't have to. He can use a DMCA system, and maybe there will be Twitter drama or not. Usually, we never make drama for DMCA stuff. But then
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Why are you not responding to his accusation? He says you're stealing his shit.
Let me elaborate.
I don't know. Okay.
Let me elaborate then. He would be a data outlier of a person who doesn't like it, and we can either recurve that, make it better, and I will de-damage him for every dollar that he has lost to me. Right? And he had analytics to back up how much the video on YouTube cannibalized his, or any sort of damaging data or stats behind it. I would be more than happy to give him 10x whatever damage was
caused.
He'll
reach out.
Valhalla Video says this time next year xQc will be right wing. I mean, I feel like if you are the kind of apolitical asshole that xQc is, you're kind of right wing by default, right?
Have you ever paid anybody 10x before? Has that ever happened?
We have did
How many times?
Before. Whenever it arises.
Well, he said we have paid people before, but Ethan asked, have you ever paid anyone 10 times before? Nobody has ever done that. Nobody's ever paid somebody 10 times what they took from their YouTube video.
How many times does that happen?
I will have to check with editor, but
not a lot. I'd assume not a lot of people do that.
Oh, okay. So the amount really is what you're looking at then.
No, just the amount of times that people actually take you up on that. Because what you're saying is, I'm going to steal your stuff, and I don't care if you have a problem with it. You can come talk to me. Like, that's not your right. Shouldn't you apologize to Vince?
Yes, I apologize to Vince.
It's not his job to come ask you for reparations for you stealing from him. Don't you understand that?
So what you're saying is that you went digging for victims that
I literally messaged one dude.
Okay, so nobody in your production room believes
Why don't you just apologize to Vince Vintage?
I absolutely will, and I feel I didn't get a Twitter DM. I didn't get nothing. I feel really bad. You want to know why? Because all about the whole sphere of this, everything around it, is to make something good happen, right? And that matters
That's
to me a
such
lot.
bullshit, bro. Nice try. You literally do it to enrich yourself. You're a multimillionaire, and you steal content from small creators, and you don't give a fuck about their rights or what they want. And then you're only just...
And then when somebody actually complains, you're like, oh, it's a paid actor. And like, sure, I'll apologize if he asks. It's like, dude, what a piece of shit. Man, like, I knew xQc was a piece of shit. Just everything I've seen from him, he's just a complete dumbass. But holy shit.
Justification is, oh yeah, you can come chase me down and complain and try to get my attention so I can pay you for the shit I stole. It's total bullshit, bro. You're not creating anything big for anyone. You're just taking attention and views for yourself, and you don't give a fuck about the consequences of that. It's not your decision to make that for other people's property.
You sound like watch out! You kind of sound like Robin Hood or something. Are you like some sort of hero or something like that? Because it seems like you do a lot of that, and you take the high road on it. You take the high road on that. One, that's my point. You have done that. You do that.
You haven't proven that.
Well, it's all.
Okay, fine, I did it. You know what I mean? It's like so stupid. What is it? What does
because you can't use me as an example for your own thing because
you keep saying that.
You're doing it.
Not proven.
You're doing it. You call me a thief piece of shit. When
yeah, because you're a thief piece of shit.
You're doing it.
You haven't proven that. I don't know why you keep saying that.
Let me send one.
Also, that's like a really weak argumentation. Like just when you know you've lost the argument, you just try to drag the other person down to your level. Like, it's a really weak way to argue from. Like, nobody buys it.
I will, guys. I'm going to send one message, and he will automatically give me a full response right now. Give me a minute for it. Okay.
You're making fun of this message I got from Vince Vintage, which is a genuine... He was expressing himself genuinely, and he was disturbed by the way he uses content. Can I ask you another question related to Vince?
I'll take it down right now. I will take it down. If Vince wants to come in right now, send me a DM. I'll take it down right now. I will give you every penny of that, and I'll say this ecosystem doesn't work for you.
Let me ask you a question. This is the video, and you do this all the time. You'll agree.
Yes. Yes.
You use the exact...
Oh my god, he stole the thumbnail. Dude, you just took his thumbnail and put your face on it? Come on, man.
Title and the exact thumbnail. The only reason for anybody to do that is to confuse search and discovery and cannibalize views from the original. That is the only...
Oh my, wait, yeah, I wasn't even looking over at the title too. It's the exact same title, just with xQc React slapped on top of it. That is blatant content theft. Holy shit. Deathful says, would take a brain to make a thumbnail. It wouldn't even. He has people on his payroll. He could pay somebody to make a thumbnail. Like, Jesus Christ. I make my own thumbnails, and my thumbnails are shitty, and I would still, when I turn this into a segment, I'm still gonna make my own thumbnail for it. I'm not gonna steal someone else's thumbnail. What the fuck?
Reason to do that.
Do you have any sets to back that up? Because I had the sets of the opposite.
Dude, it's the thumbnail and the title. Don't you see that users will be confused?
Let me tell you something, Ethan.
Don't you think so?
My YouTube channel does not grow. It quite really doesn't. But your thing.
Well, that's because you just post a ton of shit there. No, you don't put any effort into it.
Okay, and why do you think that is?
Because you don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Okay, I'm pausing the debate for just a second because I just got 999 moons, which means... Ta-da! Even Peach's Castle now has a hat. So we gotta head on up there. Because there's something special up there. Hey, Sai, thank you for the $10. Very generous. Just in time for the fireworks show. Now there's only one thing left to do. There is a special hard mode version of Bowser that is unlocked. And I feel like I should probably end this 100% game by beating Bowser.
So, gotcha. So these are cut downs for the people that we call the YouTube frogs that are just watching my shit.
It's not your content, though. You don't get that right.
Okay, well, same goes applies to you then.
No, you haven't proven that. You keep saying that, but it doesn't mean anything.
Okay, then show me proof you asked for permission and where you got it.
Why? Now you're asking me to show you proof? Dude, you're absurd. Why is it... You think it's crazy? Dude, the fact that you're using the same title and the same thumbnail is so parasitic. It's so shady. You are only doing that to siphon off views and confuse people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's complete theft. Also, we're pausing again because I have to take on hard mode Bowser. Boom. Oh, video says, how has xQc made it to 2023? Dude seems like the type to be collecting all the Darwin Awards. Yeah. Unfortunately, dumb doesn't mean poor. As we can see with Aiden Ross. I don't know, it seems like there's a whole cottage industry of dumbasses on Twitter that or not on Twitter, on Twitch, that just really appeal to the 14-year-old with their mom's credit card demographic, you know? Who's the bride and who's the bride? Yeah. And I've done it. I have 100%ed Mario Odyssey. We'll let this little bit play out. Then I'm going to switch over to 3D World, and we can continue watching the debate. Oh, it's a lesbian wedding. Let's go. Dude. Bowser, did you just hit the bride? Now Bowser needs a dress? Yeah, absolutely. We've done it. Now that that's done, let us continue the debate, and let's play some Mario.
There's no other reason for that. Why would you use the same exact title and the same exact thumbnail? Explain that to me.
So are you more upset about the title or about the content of the video itself?
Well, it's the intention, dude. It's all together. You're intentionally confusing people to click your video instead of his.
Since you're all about legality, you would understand that intention is one of the hardest things to prove out there, right?
I'm talking about philosophy. We already moved past legality. You don't care about fair use.
Yeah, no, we're gonna do.
Just answer the question, Felix.
Why
did you do that? Why did you give it the same exact title and thumbnail? Just answer that.
Oh, because I wanted to.
Why did you want to?
Oh, because I wanted to.
Why did you want to?
Because the thumbnail is good and it gives the viewer what they want.
Right.
And,
which is the original video. They want the original video.
Okay. So I'll tell you, since you don't like questions, I'm just gonna give you a fact then, right?
Wait, no, you don't like questions. You were the one blowing off his questions.
People that don't watch React content do not get served React content. If somebody wants to watch us react it, oh, well, I thought it being cannibalistic was the problem with you. Well, is it not?
You're gonna try to say that the Google algorithm is somehow running D for you? That's crazy. It's stupid.
So you said that it's cannibalistic. I give you a hint on why it's not.
Well, it's the intention.
Okay, so now it's so if you want to just keep going back and forth and say not there, not there, not there.
Okay, so you see no problem with it.
No.
He doesn't see a problem with it. Okay, I mean, there it is. He doesn't see a problem with doing something that is, actually illegal. I feel like at that point, the debate's just really over. I mean, it is good to expose xQc like this, I guess, but, at this point, it's very clearly not a productive conversation.
Oh, okay. And if you added 20 seconds of commentary to his video and you use the same title and the same thumbnail, you don't see any problem with that.
No.
Okay. There it is.
So it seems like
all you really need to say.
So
it seems that you don't care about. It seems you don't not just care about the law. It seems like you don't care about people's artistic, creative property at all. It seems that you don't have any respect for property at all. IP at least.
It seems like nobody, to my knowledge, has a problem with any of my videos being up right now.
But you're like a prolific thief. You could say, "Oh, I found one example of you doing this back in whatever year." You're prolific thief, dude. You do this every day, multiple times a day on your YouTube channel.
Gotcha. So I will go to somebody's house and say, take something and he doesn't care, right? He generally doesn't, and never reached out. And you go out there and you go and seek the victims out, right? And you fail.
Whoa, he didn't seek out quote unquote victims. He asked somebody, "Hey, is this a problem for you?" And the guy said, "Yeah."
To establish a pattern of them being cannibalized the way that
well, there's just one. I mean, one is enough, isn't it?
Okay. In that case, it puts the burden of proof on you as well. Then, so you have permission. Yes, because I think
I don't need permission to transform content, dude.
Okay. So one of the videos that I have, but there's 4 ones. You guys see all of them. If you have proof, you ask permission to any of those, you win by a landslide.
Why would I need proof to transform a video? Oh, I mean, the only one is Meat Canyon because he's my buddy. There's obviously ones where, like, it's obvious we're your buddies. I actually did ask Meat Canyon.
Oh, it's obvious. So
well, you understand that on Twitch too. There's people that everyone's friends with, and like, but this guy, I mean, Vince.
So, yeah. Okay, Ethan. So you're making assumptions about me, but we're not making assumptions about you.
Not an assumption. I have a literal fucking message from the guy you stole from. It's not an assumption. It's literally a fact.
Okay, so the whole reason why this debate was in the first place is that people were finding victims that didn't exist. They're saying, "Oh, this is a problem for people." Okay. So you found a person who doesn't like it.
Yes.
And there's multiple ways out.
Actually, he even specifically named you as the problem. He said the other people actually clouded me up, where xQc completely stole my shit, added no valuable commentary, and then stole my views. That's specifically what he said, actually.
Okay, so the guy's a problem, and instead of reaching out in any way, shape, or form, he waited for you, the savior of the earth, to come in and just Robin Hood it and just be, "Guys, I got you, bro." Why?
This isn't an argument. You're just, oh, okay, so you found it, so therefore it's your problem. Like, what is this argument, man?
Well,
do you really not understand the concept that small creators wouldn't want to start shit with xQc, one of the biggest, with the craziest fan base in the world? Like, is that really a foreign idea to you, that they wouldn't want to deal with this power dynamic? Like, you would crush.
Big content creators have such a problem understanding and appreciating power dynamics. There's some who are better at it. Like, I would say Vosh very much understands that, like, the way that he interacts with other content creators, he acknowledges that as a large creator himself, that, like, he has the power to make or break people, and he has the power to do a lot of harm or good to other people. And it just seems like xQc doesn't want to acknowledge that fact. It's just a fact. Like, everyone can acknowledge that that's just a fact, that when you're a larger creator, you have that kind of power.
Them. If you said anything, your fans would harass them into oblivion. That's too foreign for you to understand?
So this guy, 400K subscribers, big YouTube videos, small creators that's about to fucking die from something. Ethan is here to save the day. This person will now be able to afford some food and eat some rice tonight. Well, I'm just saying, because if you make a portrait, if you draw a picture on who this person is, and you say small creator, like struggling and whatnot, it should be, I'm saving him, and you're just you are misrepresenting.
So he doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, he does matter, but okay. not in the capacity that you're trying to paint.
Which is what? I don't understand what you're saying.
A small, struggling creator. Somebody please help this person before he goes out of business.
Well, no, I didn't say any of that.
Well, you did. You did. You just
actually quite literally did not say that.
You said small creator. That's enough.
Well, okay. I was upfront about his sub count. I looked at it. But anyway, let's see.
My bad. I was just wrong. I was just mega wrong. Let's move on. Let's
you
keep
have
running.
been this entire time. It's fine.
Right.
So yeah, I'm sure you're familiar with this thread, because he actually gave you permission to perform this analysis. Internet archivist. He's
anarchist, Ethan.
He said I let xQc repost a reaction to see the impact it had. Okay, and the analysis is basically the video witnessed an 87% decrease in impressions on the day of the re-upload. Okay, and the video also witnessed a 52% decrease in viewers on the day of the re-upload. I mean, of the evidence that I've seen, then it actually shows that it has either a negligible or potentially even a negative effect on the original video.
Gotcha. So,
and actually, he even made you change the title and the thumbnail. So why do you think he asked you to do that, xQc? He said, don't use the same thumbnail and title. Why do you think he asked you that?
Because as a creator of the IP, like you like to fucking say,
because you siphon views from people, dude. It's so fucking obvious why you do it.
You ask a question and you answer for me.
Well, yeah, because you were being a weasel about it.
You can have a monologue if you want to. Just mute me and just go on a fucking rant. But if you want to ask me a question, you have to answer. Listen to the answer. Here's the answer. He controls the IP. He wants to be different, right? And he wants some changes. And he spoke to us, right? So instead of crying and being a little bitch, it seems like
Vince. Vince is crying and being a bitch. Is that what you're saying?
That's all I said. You're putting words in my mouth.
Well, I don't know who you're talking about.
Is this Twitter or what?
I don't mean to. I'm just wondering who you're talking about. Go ahead.
Okay. So then, like I said, I was saying, instead of being a little bitch ass, right? I think he understands at least that there's some positives to it, if not a lot of positives, and some of them can actually do better, right?
He didn't show any positives.
Okay. If it was only negative, he would have asked us to take it down and would have done that, right?
No, he left it up for the experiment, and he said, do not use any of my other videos without my permission. He literally told you that.
So it's a social experiment at this point. It's like an experiment. So now it's the guise of experiment, and he's only letting it because it's an experiment now.
Okay, well, I showed you proof it had a negative effect. Do you have proof it had a positive effect?
No, you didn't. No,
what?
You absolutely did not. Absolutely not. So show the steps again?
Sure. So explain how this is good. He said, I'll let you describe. The video witnessed an 87% decrease in impressions on the day of the re-upload. So,
hey, Ethan,
explain that dub to me.
Go ahead. Do you, in your position, have a time machine? Answer the question. You do not. Gotcha. Since we're gonna do the whole, I'll answer for you. You do not have a time machine, right?
Oh, wait. Is he trying to say that? What's his whole thing here with the time machine? Is he going to say that you can't go back and fix mistakes that you've already made? Like, yeah, we know that, but like, is he gonna try and do the whole thing of, Ethan's done this shit in the past too, but Ethan tried to be better about it? xQc is not trying to be better about it.
It is impossible to know how the video would have performed and how it would have went down in the.
Oh, okay, I see what it's. Right. You can't know the performance. Well, yeah, and honestly, with the because I saw the Internet Anarchist post too, and I was looking, I'm like, well, there is a decline there, but it looks like the decline was also happening before xQc watched it. So for a single point of data, there's really, yeah, you can't really extrapolate too much from that. I think it was interesting to see. I would like to see more points of data from that, but yeah, I don't think that just that single experiment itself actually shows anything.
It's natural curve over time, right? Whether I watch it
That's
or
an
not.
assumption. You have no proof. I have proof.
So you use.
I have analytics.
So one data set, right?
You have no data set. At least I have a data set.
Oh my god!
And also, you're the dude stealing content, so the onus should be on you to prove the great benefit of it.
You okay? I get what you're saying. Okay. I find it a little bit dishonorable and a little bit disappointing that in the middle of a conversation about analytics, you're spewing words to your audience and mine about me stealing and whatnot, when we're trying to prove that it quite literally doesn't help anybody. You're muddying the waters for no reason.
Unpack that, please.
Could you stop, please? Seriously, I mean it. It's gonna get really bad. I don't want to do like the whole insult add-on and everything because you're doing that. Okay.
It's just a statement of fact.
So
not an insult.
Okay, I mean, okay. So as we go forward, you are fucking bald. You're very bald. You're balding. Your hair's thinning, and it's gray, which means that you're old as fuck. Got it. Okay, shall we continue? Is this fun?
The premise is faulty, my friend.
Is this fun for you?
I have a beautiful hairline.
Baldy. Is this fun for you or not?
I'm having trouble with the premise. It has a striking resemblance to you trying to argue other points. It literally has no premise at all. It has no basis in reality.
You're just throwing insults for the sake
Go
of
ahead.
doing
I'm going
it.
to be quiet. I'm going to sit away. I'm going to pack. I'll sit away.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So, I don't know if you've done any statistical analysis in the past. I don't know if you've maybe had a stat class. Do you have any experience with statistics or not?
Go ahead.
Yeah, at this point, they really are just kind of like xQc is kind of just lost any semblance of trying to have an argument. He is just yelling to yell at him now.
Do you have any experience? It's a question. Do you have any experience with statistics or not?
Go ahead, just make your point. What does it matter?
Okay. The curve of a video
That's good on the editors.
and on how it performs, that looks like a natural curve, right? You can see it's already going down before I watch it, and it keeps going down at a certain rate past it, right? Do you have any proof or any indicators that the video would have performed poorly or better after the reaction?
So obviously, any data that we do have, which is of course just one, definitely proves that if it did have an effect, it's negative or negligible.
Yeah, I don't think it proves anything.
And as the guy who is right? I mean, you certainly can't say that this helped the video. Are you actually arguing that a 87% decrease helped the video, xQc? That's really what you're arguing to me right now. That's awesome, dude.
So we're gonna go ahead and have the conclusion that you did not have a statistics class at all.
I understand your point, but like, but it's not making any sense. And how is it that a 52% decrease in viewers is a dub for you?
Because it could have been a 65%. It could have been a 65% decrease, right?
It could have been worse. Yeah, it could have been worse. But
okay. Do you have any proof that it would have been or wouldn't have been? Do you have any data behind that or not?
I mean, dude, that's such a silly way to try to deflect from this really compelling data.
Because in my data sets, I have a lot of data sets, a bunch of them, and all the video curves have the same.
That you're looking for any excuse, any out to justify you stealing content from people, even in the face of data that suggests that it's not okay.
And here it comes. When the man fails to compile data properly, like somebody who knows what he's doing, you make a conclusion based on one piece of data that you don't even understand. Is this a way to proceed with for you or not? Is this a way to argue and have that conversation, or what's going on here? I don't get it.
Me neither, dude. You're trying to tell me that a significant decrease in views is a dub.
Ethan, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just lost 16 viewers since you've talked. Clearly, you're robbing me.
How do you know that if you're not boring? Maybe you're the fucking boring one.
Oh, you're saying it's impossible to know because we only have one. No,
I know.
Right?
I do think, as belligerent as xQc is being here, that like I don't think the argument shows that the internet anarchist thing actually shows anything.
You're definitely more boring and not as fun to watch.
Oh,
that's a fact.
That really
that's a joke, of course. I think you're very entertaining. You're very talented.
I don't know, like, is he though? Like, I've never actually seen any clips of xQc that are like properly entertaining. Maybe that's just my personal bias. I don't watch his stuff, so the only clips that I see of him are of him being an asshole. But I don't see it.
Oh, thanks, man.
So I'll say this. Ultimately, I'm pretty perplexed by this conclusion that, I guess, negative data, even just one data set.
Okay, I got you. You know what, dude? You want to go? I really didn't think you would bite on the data thing because you were gonna get fucking clapped, right? But since you want the data, okay. I mean, even though you're the one that has to prove something that's negative, I can.
Before you do that, can you do me a favor? Read number 3 of his stipulation.
Which stipulation?
Hold on. They'll download.
What's number 3?
This is.
Use a different thumbnail for xQc's reaction video to prevent any direct competition with my video and to minimize viewer confusion.
It's one of his stipulations.
Use a different thumbnail for xQc's reaction video. Any direct competition with my video and minimize.
I'm sorry, I'll read it because with peace and love, I don't think many people understood that. Use a different. Just being fair. Use a different thumbnail for xQc's reaction video to prevent any direct competition with my video and to minimize viewer confusion. Direct competition, viewer confusion.
Hang on, with the with peace and love thing. I know Ico Rules didn't start that, but that's really the main place that I've heard the whole with peace and love thing. She uses that a lot. Is that an H3 thing? Where does that come from initially?
Even he thinks so. That's why you use the same title and thumbnail, bro. Why are you denying reality?
Well, that Valorant accent, I just lost fucking 16 views again. Holy fuck, it's kind of crazy.
Better be funny or something, bro.
Well, I'm just telling you.
React harder, xQc.
the way it says you brought. Listen, hey, listen. You're the guy who sits like this in fucking 20 degrees and does this.
So the transformative.
So he's just at this point. He's not taking anything seriously anymore. He's literally just here to have the argument.
Nature is about how straight you sit. Got it.
Oh, Ethan, you want to talk about amount of transformation? Then if you want to move on to that topic, let's just get some of your I think your wife's old merch, right? Which is a direct one-to-one. I saw that. I've seen it. And some of the arguments you had against it. Oh my God. I think I changed the angle by 16 degrees, and I changed a little bit of the gamma color on this one. That's very transformative. Okay, Ethan, I'm gonna watch your entire thing, not react in any way, shape, or form. I'm gonna change the color of the gamma and opacity, and I'm gonna rotate it sideways. That's very transformative, right?
Ah, dang. Didn't miss
Ethan,
it.
come on.
So let me ask you, before I address that, and I'm happy to, I'm going to address everything you said about Teddy Fresh.
Go ahead.
What does it matter if I'm a hypocrite? How does that affect this conversation we're having? Genuinely, because we're talking about the philosophical nature of taking people's videos, right? And I'm having this conversation with you, but instead of answering the question, you're constantly deflecting to prove that, no, I'm a bad guy. And I don't see why you would do that other than the fact that you don't have a good argument to argue the substance. Like, why do you keep deflecting? What does it matter if I'm a hypocrite?
Ethan, you know, sometimes you send it like a tweet, and people still comment in the bottom and they say, there's still time to delete this. Listen, Ethan, there's still time to fucking end the call and you go about your day, okay? Before you say some really fucking dumb shit, okay?
Oh my God, he is so mad here. There's like still time for you to end this, xQc. I think he thinks he looks good here. That's embarrassing for you, man. Like, what is there something about like certain levels of fame that just destroys somebody's ability to introspect? Like, oh my God, oh no, I can't get that now. Oh well.
When you're out here saying, what is the matter that I'm a hypocrite? I'm just saying, when you say, well, dude, what is the matter that I'm a hypocrite? Well,
no, I'm genuinely curious, but I'll answer the Teddy Fresh before you do your monologue.
It discredits all your points and makes you look like
it doesn't. No, I'm genuinely curious. No. xQc, no, I really want you to answer it.
And you fell on your face flat.
No,
it's time to let on the facts.
No, it's an interesting philosophical question.
Prove me wrong.
Okay, first of all, the Teddy Fresh thing. So Teddy Fresh is a company with 30 employees. And by the way, I love whenever someone's losing a debate to me, they bring this up. It's literally the lowest hanging fruit. And if you know anything about me, you know I've talked about this 1,000 times. But I'll address it because you brought it up.
Go ahead.
We have like a whole team of designers. And sometimes our designers are taking stuff way too close to the source. And I agree, and it's not okay.
Give a fuck. So does my editors, which makes us about equal on that topic. So you can still sometimes, when somebody gets confused at the company, when one of the sweatshop guys gets it wrong.
Hold on.
Oh, my bad. But when my editor gets it wrong, oh no, we are thieving.
Hold on. Let me finish my point.
Yeah, bring out Hila. Hey, bring him in.
Hold on. Let me finish my point. Hold on.
Your husband is bald.
My husband looks awesome.
Dude, my hairline is... You really... Okay, dude, the fact that you're coming for my hairline just proves how fucking delusional your whole... That's a metaphor for all of your arguments. Okay, Teddy Fresh, we have designers, right? And it's a big... We have a fairly large company. This is a common problem in all streetwear. We've had designers who have pretty much close to stole designs. We fired people over it, and every time it comes...
I don't know what the Teddy Fresh thing's about.
...comes up, we have company meetings and say, guys... This is unacceptable. If you're caught doing this, you will be fired.
And we've made a strict guideline, and it doesn't happen anymore.
What have
you done?
It hasn't happened. What have you done to prevent it?
Okay. So this is really good.
I love how every single time xQc brings something up where he's like, oh, you've done this stuff. He's like, yeah, and we've like acknowledged it and tried to make steps to not do it anymore.
Okay.
You done?
Okay. That's what you sounded like.
Is he done or?
No, he's done. You can talk. He's done.
I'm just being silly. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I don't know how you put up with this shit. I would fucking leave his ass.
Bro.
I'm having a third child with him.
Oh my God.
Wait, xQc didn't even say we're getting divorced yet. Go ahead.
xQc is getting.
You know, our 4-year-old though with.
Okay, Tipster says, Teddy Fresh has been criticized in the past for stolen designs, but my understanding is they rectified the situation when it happened in the past. Okay. Ness, I don't have the power to let you debate xQc, but something tells me that if you want to finally have that anarcho-monarchist debate, that you would probably not find an easier opponent to demolish in the marketplace of ideas than xQc.
Love your giraffe. I don't know who you got it for, but our 4-year-old would love your giraffe in the back.
Don't buy it. It's way too pricey for no reason. But I like it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cute. Okay, so let me just.
Sorry, Hila came to defend Teddy Fresh because you're talking about her
I
business.
actually wasn't planning to come in, but you brought up Teddy Fresh. Listen, then talk to me, because I'm the person running Teddy Fresh, not him.
Yes.
You want to talk about it, talk to me.
I understand, Hila.
Okay.
And the reason why I brought up that point, okay, is that sometimes some things happen where it's somebody else's fault, it's a mistake, it's a whatever, right? And some things just kind of happen, right? It's just kind of human nature and just
Totally.
it's a course of time.
That's bullshit.
And the question is, what do you do about it?
Yeah, what are you doing about it on a daily basis?
I took action about it,
Yeah.
and it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Since things came up
basically-
online, people pointed out to us. We had meetings at the office. We made guidelines. When we work with new graphic
What are you
design-
doing about it? That's the question.
What are you doing?
Okay. So if you guys stop bombarding and you actually listen to the
This
answer.
isn't bombarding. I'm talking.
The fucking
I'm defending my company.
Just answer the question. You don't need to do these. These like, if you'll stop interrupt, just answer the fucking question, bro. Nobody cares.
All right. Okay. I'll answer the question.
Okay.
So what you are agreeing with me is that sometimes, right? There's gonna be a mistake. There's gonna be something that somebody doesn't want.
Daily
and you'll
basis with you.
Go on.
And you will rectify it after the fact, in hindsight, correct?
Yeah, but also you aren't rectifying it after the fact. You are like actively saying you aren't going to change your behavior.
Yes.
What we did is not okay. You continue to do it on a daily basis several times.
It would be different if I came here and I said, I don't care. There's nothing wrong with it.
The Hella video says xQc already said he has more money than he could ever spend. Dude should take early retirement. Yeah, I mean, part of the reason I'm doing this is because I'm flat broke. If I won the lottery tomorrow, would I still be doing this? I don't know. Part of xQc's big payout, though, was like a 2-year deal with Kick. So, he's contractually obligated to stream there for now. But yeah, like, it was like $100 million deal. Like, when you've got $100 million, you win the game. That's it. You've got the money.
I'm distributing to those guys who made the original graphic. I'm making their life better while I'm sitting in a Gucci shirt,
Okay. Yeah, that was like $1,000. Here's what it is.
I know.
Exactly. Which I don't know why you would bring that up. To be honest, that's kind of. You want to talk about low-hanging fruit?
I thought it was a good point because you're taking.
Because you're saying
Hold
that
on,
you
let's
care.
not muddy. Let's not answer the question. You do nothing to rectify it while we do. So go ahead. What are you doing about it on a daily basis?
Every single person that has brought up a negative point about the videos.
But you don't change what you do.
We have. Wait, well, absolutely we have.
You literally said, I don't care.
Oh, yeah, but I still do the right thing, though.
Which is what?
Right? Which is work to make better thumbnails, better description, and to better work with the creators that are behind the video so that we don't fuck them over and they actually gain something from it. Now, I'd like to talk with Hila for a minute. So what you're saying is that you're repairing from hindsight, which is something that Ethan tried to get at me at, right? And then you brought the fact that we have 30 employees to help us out. Okay, fair enough. Then I, xQc, or whatever the corporate company, a parent company is, right? Well, we only have like 2 employees, 2 editors, right? And help us out, guys. This is so sad. We only have 2 guys. We're playing the victim card here, right? Well, they sometimes make mistakes too, right?
It hasn't happened to us in a long time since we took action. This just happened to you on a daily basis.
I think the difference, if I can say, is that I've been listening. And when Ethan is asking you about this, for example, you don't say that this is wrong. The thumbnail, the matching thumbnail and title, you say, I did it because I like it.
No, he says they're working on better thumbnails.
So the answer has changed now. If this is your answer, that sounds a lot better.
The only reason why it's changed, okay, is that I'm trying to make a bold point for him to latch up the fact that he's on the fucking high road. He chose a high road of the whole process, okay?
That's your problem.
When
I'm right.
When you are...
Yep. Kind of, it feels like that's what it is.
On the high road, it is a thin fucking road on the high road, okay? Because you have to be really tight with what you do, the things that you say, and how you act, right?
I think he's doing fine. He's live every day for hours.
Please, I'm talking to Ethan, or you don't interrupt me. Okay, So now you're taking the high road, okay? You have to be really tight in how you operate, right? So we say things like, oh, well, he does this and I never do this, right? Well, you are wrong. And I just told you.
You haven't proven that.
What? Okay, so the designs you stole. That's gonna be a thief. A thief, piece of shit, garbage.
Yes, that was not right when that happened.
Okay.
It hasn't happened in a long time, and we actually made efforts to prevent it. You have not. You said your efforts to prevent it is better thumbnails and titles, bro. This is your example of better thumbnails and titles. This was 2 weeks ago. Same name, same fucking thumbnail. The guy you did the experiment says, change my thumbnail, change the name so that my audience doesn't get confused and so that you don't steal my views. Why are you denying that? It's so obvious.
Okay, so like I said, we
answer the question.
What's the question?
The question is, how is it that you can deny that you're stealing views and intentionally misleading audience to clicking your fucking video?
Intentionally? That is not intentional.
How is? Oh my god! Is it possible? Is it possible?
Go ahead.
Let's say someone comes from your stream. They've watched you all day. They love you. They're a big fan. They watched you react to, let's say, Mr. Beast's new video. Okay?
Yeah.
And then they come to the homepage, and guess what they see there? Mr. Beast's new video. Do you think are they less likely or more likely to click his video after they saw it on your channel? Answer the question, dude.
Well,
more or less likely?
Okay.
No. Just answer one or the other. 2 choices.
Less. Got him.
Yeah. Did.
Damn. So then Mr. Beast
that proves that you're stealing people's views intentionally.
Okay,
Thank you, bro.
So the views and the click rates in that particular instance, do you think that will end up being a raw loss of the creator or not?
The raw loss, yeah, I would think so.
Sorry.
Are we done talking about Teddy Fresh?
Yeah, if we're done talking about Teddy Fresh, it should be better because I don't want to feel like we're ganging up.
Get out, thief, before I fucking Robin Hood this shit. Before I start spreading the wealth of your company to other people. Holy shit, I'm about to come at you guys with things and designs. Jesus Christ, bro.
That was already addressed. You're just trying to drag them down to your level, dude.
You're being pretty silly, but ours is defensible. Yours is not. Or at least it's not defensible, but anyway, you know what? I mean, I don't...
You've made recompense, or you've addressed it.
I don't see this conversation going much.
Guys, it is defensible thievery, guys.
It's
stealing in the right way.
No, I retracted that as soon as I said it, right? What you heard. I said we've corrected the error, an understandable error, in my opinion, one that you refuse to remedy after time and time again. You provide me 0 direct answers. And frankly, I think you know you're wrong, and I think you don't care that you're wrong because it benefits you greatly. You make a lot of money. You don't want to change what you do. And here's another thing. You're not going to be able to make 12 hours of content for Kip, who paid you $100 million, if you can't steal other people's content. Because if you don't, what the fuck are you going to do all day? Sit there and gamble? Nobody's going to watch that shit. Nobody's going to watch this shit already. They don't care about you even having arguments. Clearly, you're not very good at that. You lost 12 viewers, man. My views are very good right now, by the way.
So either we need a therapist to give us a hint on when the tantrum ends. When does it end, Ethan? It seems like when you go on these tangents, you go on a rampage, you just ramble without making any concise point or a question. Is it you done with that shit? Can we talk like adults now or not?
Oh, have you been talking like an adult this whole time, xQc? Is that what you think adults talk like?
I think this conversation has kind of been exhausted.
People would rather watch me full screen cam do the fucking worm
than
watch your prime.
Bro,
watch your
do
prime
it for
content.
a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, he's crying in the corner. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's content, man. It's original content at least. Yes, do that, bro. Dude, do a
you
week.
fucking love it, man.
Bro,
this is the most money you've gotten in the past fucking 4 years, bitch.
It's awesome. Do a week of no react content.
Oh, man.
Even a day.
So he just decided to do a worm
without react content. I'm serious.
Hey, Ethan, let's see your wife's merch sales on the first wave when knives and designs were stolen.
90%.
Let's see the figures.
Wait, hold on. You're just being silly, bro.
Let me silly. Prove me wrong. Because clearly the burden of proof is on you now, right? Because if you make an argument, then you have to prove it. You go ahead, prove it.
You haven't even shown. I mean, What?
I
Dude,
don't have
you're
to,
being
you do.
silly, bro. You're being ridiculous.
Well, it seems like I have to prove everything, and you have to prove nothing here.
That's not at all what's been happening.
And you've done nothing except prove some defunct
All right, thank you,
email
buddy.
out of
It was a
some paid
good
access.
chat. I think that we've done a good job at getting to the heart of what you care about and how you feel about taking people's videos. I think it was illuminating. I think we had a really good conversation.
Oh my God, it's Jover.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you have anything else interesting to say, so I think we can wrap it up.
Really? Well, I think your audience thinks I have something interesting to say. It's just the problem is that you're running
How long
so
do you
fast.
want me to sit here and listen to you, watch you crawl around on the ground like a worm? I have a show to do, dude. Unlike you, I actually fucking organize and put work into my show. I understand for you, you're just burning time. You could sit here for 12 hours. That'd make your life easier. You wouldn't have to go steal videos. But me, I planned this. I have a show. I have a schedule. This has stopped being interesting because you're just sitting there saying silly shit and doing the worm. So
is it kind of Jover? It feels like Ethan's about to hang up on him.
That being said, thank you for calling. I feel like it was very illuminating, and I wish you the best, and I hope you have a great stream. Oh, one more question. I wanted to ask him, who is Mr. Chair? Mr. Chair is... Here, actually, I'll show this. Fuck.
All right, let's see what this is.
Sorry.
No,
I know
okay.
that it's over, but I want to see what he was going to ask.
Anywhere. But here, for the people still watching, here's him talking about Mr. Chair.
I have a concept in my chat called Mr. Chair. If I'm gone and I watch a video and I leave, Mr. Chair watches the video for me. And chat fucking loves Mr. Chair more than they like me. Chat hates me.
Okay, that's what I figured Mr. Chair was.
Which the views of which you're stealing. But he's saying, yeah, I just walk away and my chair does the work for me.
Yeah, it's like Hassan Chair React. Anyway, I guess that's it for Ethan Klein. Thank you so much for that wonderful debate. With that out of the way, let's just go back to playing some regular Super Mario Brothers. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm trying to get my channel monetized, so your view means a lot. Don't forget to toss me a like and subscribe and ring the bell. I stream these reviews every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, so catch me live and join in on the convo. You can find all my socials in the description below, and thank you to all my patrons with a special shout out to Piftle Cakes and Ryan D. Your support means the world. Catch you next time.